So I've watched Coco, the Pixar movie, and I'm gonna rate this movie a 5 out of 10. I didn't really like this movie that much. And for a movie that is, let's say, all about music, the music pretty much sucks. And unfortunately, this movie it felt slow and emotionally, I would even say it's very uneven. And yeah, it's pretty much a drag of a movie if you ask me. So, what is this movie really about? Well, in this movie, we follow Miguel, who is a young boy from a family of shoemakers, and he dreams of being a musician, despite his family having a strict ban on music. Music is not allowed. Now, when he strums his mysterious guitar on Dia de los Muertos, he accidentally is transported to the land of the dead. Now, that in itself sounds pretty awesome. We get a super vibrant afterlife filled with his ancestors. And yeah, I think that is actually pretty cool. But to return home, Miguel must get a blessing from his family. And there is one condition: give up music forever. Now, like I said, I actually like that premise. It's a strong premise. It has all the ingredients for a really heartfelt Pixar classic. We have culture, we have music, we have something to do with legacy. But yeah, it never really hits the way it looks that many people do like it. For me, it never really hits, but for most people, it does hit. I mean, I think the reviews are like eights and nines out of 10. I don't know why, but yeah, sure. Now, obviously, when I say 5 out of 10, I didn't really like the movie, but of course, there are definitely some things that I think work pretty well. And one of the things is the authentic cultural celebration. Now, this is really where the movie shines. I think Pixar went above and beyond to honor Mexican culture, to honor the art, honor the tradition. I think they did a really good job. I mean, The Land of the Dead, it's actually a very stunning visual celebration. I mean, for the whole movie, visually, it looks really, really good. I cannot hate on how good it looks. But, visuals, that's not why I watch a movie. I want to have a good story. And while The Land of the Dead is a stunning celebration and it is filled with marigold bridges and glowing spirits, I mean, you can actually feel that Pixar put a lot of love into the cultural details of this movie, of the Mexican culture. So yeah, there I would say cultural celebration very well done in this movie. And I know a lot of people like Disney music and the emotional weight that it has. But for me, I mean, none of the musical things, none of the musical songs, none of the music in general works. It never speaks to me really. I mean, the song Remember Me. I mean, fuck me. That is a terrible song. I mean, it's supposed to hit really hard with emotion, but I'm listening to it and I'm just bored out of my skull. I really hate this song. It's boring. It's dreadful. I don't get it. I really don't get it why people like it. This song, nope, I'm sorry. No, it's a big no for me. But we do have some saving grace, which is Hector. And for most of the film, I didn't really feel much of any connection to anyone in the film and none of the characters. But then we have Hector showing up, and he has some charm to him. He has some humor, and he has a tragic arc that brings the film back to life. And when I say bring the film back to life, the first, I would even say 45 minutes to an hour, it's really, really, really boring. And I paused the movie like 3 or 4 times because I couldn't get into the movie. That's how slow it is. But okay, we get Hector, the movie picks up a little bit, and then the story unfolds. And that's where Coco, I would say, finds its heart, finds the core of what it's trying to do. But I mean, we're almost 1 hour into the movie, and I don't think that is really good for a movie. When I watch a movie, I want to get hooked. I want to get sucked into the movie straight away. I don't want to have to wait almost an hour for the movie to kick off. That's not why I watch Pixar movies. That's not why I watch animation movies and Disney movies. These are not the types of movies that should take an hour to get started. So yeah, no. While Hector is pretty cool, he's pretty great and charming. It takes too long. And like I said, something that also works is the animation quality. Like I said, the visuals are awesome. And, the lightning, no, not the lightning, but the lighting, the character design, the atmosphere, it all looks stunning. I can't hate on that. It feels really, really authentic and it feels like it's handcrafted with a lot of love. So can't hate on that. But that's really where it stops for me. So we have, cultural celebration. It looks good and we have some saving grace from Hector, but that's it. And then basically we have a lot of things that I didn't like about this movie. Now, like I said, the first hour it's painfully slow. I don't know why. I mean, we're getting told and retold and retold again that Miguel's family hates music. I mean, yeah, I got it the first time, right? It just keeps repeating itself. I really hated it. And, the humor also, it doesn't really land. The pacing feels flat and the emotional stakes, they don't kick in until, basically, I would even say the movie's pretty much over and then we get these emotional stakes. It's like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. So that's where I think the movie really struggles. It takes way, way, way too long to get going. And like I said, I paused the movie like 3 or 4 times in the first hour. That's how boring it is. And then, like I said, the humor, it doesn't really land. The comedy, it's weak. When I watch an animation movie, whether it's Pixar, just a general animated movie, I want to see some jokes. I want to see some comedy. I want to see, some lightness and fluffiness to a movie, even if it is an emotional, heavy movie. But I watch this movie because they have some jokes to them. But this movie, yeah, none of the jokes really land. Most of the jokes fall flat, and yeah, also we have some supporting characters that are underdeveloped, and they don't add to the humor. They don't add to the atmosphere, and for me, they all feel like background noise basically. So yeah, flat characters, absolutely. Comedy, non-existent. And then we have something that I really don't know how to put, but Miguel has this guitar, and suddenly when he strums it, he becomes half dead. But why? I don't get it. I don't know what happened. It's never really explained what is going on with the guitar and with the afterlife in the movie. I mean, you just need to sit back and just accept it and just roll with whatever Disney is doing here on screen. But for me, it's a serious problem. I would like to know what is going on. You can't just make up rules and have the rules apply whenever the story needs it to, whenever it's convenient. So the unexplained magic, if it is magic or the mechanics, it's it's really bad. You need to give me a set of rules so I can follow and understand what is going on. And I really didn't know what the hell was going on with the guitar and the afterlife, how it works, why it does what it does. I wouldn't know, and also I don't care anymore. So yeah, that's really for me the most, yeah, the heaviest critiques I would say. Like maybe even the emotional disconnect. For the full movie, it's really disconnected from the emotions. It doesn't feel heavy. I mean, it definitely has some heartfelt intentions. I mean, you can feel they're trying to do something heartfelt, but the emotional connection that they're trying to put on screen, for me, it it doesn't really land. It doesn't really. strike me in the heart like you wanted to. I would say like maybe towards the end of the movie, it feels a little bit more emotional. It feels a little bit more heavy. But I hear that some people think that the payoff in the end is strong, but for me, I think it's just painfully bad. That's just my take. And yeah, that's basically what I think of the movie. Visually stunning, emotionally very thin, predictable formula. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but it's really safe. The magic rules, I don't know what the hell is going on. It takes forever to get going. It's really boring to get started. But we do have visually stunning images on screen, and it definitely is respectful to the Mexican culture, as far as I can understand it from the movie. I mean, I'm not Mexican, so I don't really know, but from what I gathered from the movie, I think it's pretty authentic. At least it seems to be. So yeah, for me, Coco, I mean, it's not a movie that I necessarily wanted to love, but I definitely wanted to enjoy. But I didn't really enjoy this movie, so 5 out of 10. I think that's for me. I think that's fair. I mean, the movie definitely has some heart. There's some heritage going on. We have some really cool visuals, absolutely. But man, if you're like me and you have little to no patience, this movie is gonna test your patience for real. I mean, yeah, you got to get through the first 45, 60 minutes, but that's way too long to get a movie going. So yeah, 5 out of 10 for me. Let me know what you think of the review. Let me know what you think of the movie. Hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.